Hello friends, welcome back to a brand new video. Today I am back here in Genshin Impact because I'm going to be trying something similar yet different to another thing that I've actually done in the past, except with the introduction to a new, I don't want to say voice of reason because that's not what it is at all, a new way of choosing things. We'll leave it at that. I've decided to let the power of AI help me and guide me through Genshin because I'm just not a good player anymore these days. So I've decided to let the world of ChatGPT assist me in the formation of some teams, but I'm going to be doing this two ways. The first way, I'm going to allow it to form for me teams with actual substance that have the potential to do real damage, but then I'm going to ask it to formulate two team comps using 8 random characters that it will select based off the characters that I have currently. The level of the character doesn't matter, the element doesn't matter, I'm just going to smoosh them together and see what happens. So without further ado, let's consult the expert? I'm going to first start by giving a list of characters that I have, all of them, every single one, no matter what level they are, and I'm first going to tell it to pick 8 random characters because I don't want the teams that it pre-produces to kind of put preconceived notions on the teams that it will want to formulate. So that's why I think it'll best do with... what? That's why I think it will be best to go with the random characters first. So let me figure out all the characters that I have, and then I will paste it in and see what we get. This is a list of all of the characters I have, all the way from Amber all the way up to Aino. Every single character is included, and I triple check to make sure. Apparently I didn't triple check for mistakes like that. Okay, pick 8 random characters. Chongyun, Jean, Shenhe, Yelan, Beidou, Kazuha, Dia, Fremine? Wow, that's really lucky. Let me see, Chongyun, I think, out of this list, is the lowest leveled. Because Fremine is 80 now, because I actually built him at one point. It's either Chongyun or Beidou that are our 2 lowest. I'm pretty sure they're at level 50, but that is a very lucky list. So now that there are no preconceived notions picked into these 8 random characters, now I'm going to ask it to formulate 2, quote, meta team comps based off the, quote, not meta characters that I have. So I've also included the little tidbit to say no repeated characters on each team, because I feel like when I ask it to be like, create a DPS comp, it's going to either have Bennett on both of them, or it's going to have like Mona on both of them, or Zhongli or something. And I wanted to make it just a little bit harder. So, realistic DPS team comps. Okay, interesting. I'm not mad about this. So the only character here that is not leveled is Diona. Yeah, because we've got Ayaka, Mona, Kazuha for an Ayaka freeze shatter thing. And then we've got Geomelt, is a term I've never heard before. But, you know what? I will just... okay. Alright, now I think the first step we should do is actually formulate these parties. I don't have a specific party for showcases anymore. Okay, never mind, I guess I do. Because if you guys remember, like way back, I used to have a team called Showcases before they added the ability to have like a billion different team comps. So I guess this is the return of the Showcases party. So from what I'm seeing, we've got our 8 randos, Chongyun, Jean, Shenhe, Yelan, Beidou, Kazuha, Dia, and Fremine. I think first off, for 1 DPS, I'm gonna do... I have to remember what Chongyun does. I think I'm gonna put Chongyun as our first DPS. And then, based off using Chongyun, I can throw Shenhe in. So not only will Chongyun have his auntie, but he will also have a good cryo support. I'm pretty sure that Chongyun also has cryo-infused attacks, so I think that'll be a good place for Yelan. I don't want to take all the supports for one team, so I think I'm going to throw Fremine in here so that the other team can be saved for Dia. So Fremine is here. I'm pretty sure Fremine is already built if I look. Yes, he is, which is good. Saves me a lot of time. So that means that all 4 of these characters, except for 1, that being Chongyun, actually already have builds, which makes this a lot easier. So I think this is how I'm going to arrange the team. So let's slap some artifacts on this guy, and then we can work on the second team. Now, from what I know, Chongyun is typically run as a cryo sub DPS. I think with Blizzard, I don't have any available Blizzard pieces, so I think I'm just going to take them all off my Ayaka because that makes it easier when it comes to actually switching them out when I have to use Ayaka for the next segment of this video. So let's take all these off Ayaka and then see where we're at. Okay, so I now have every single one of, I was about to say Kazuha. I have every single one of Ayaka's artifacts. For his weapon, I do not know what I'm gonna put. So let's look at the ratio first. That's pretty damn good. He could use some more crit damage if I really wanted to go that way. I might just take Skyward Pride off Navia because she, I think, is my strongest Claymore DPS at the moment. And this Claymore, I think, would work very well on him. So I'm gonna take that. And I think that we are looking good. A little bit of extra ER never hurt anybody. And I think that is good for our Chungus team. Now, let's create the second team using these other 4 randos. So, I'll just name this one Showcases 2. So, the remaining characters that we have is Jean, who is right here. Beto, who I think is the lowest level out of this whole scenario. Where is she? Oh, here. Ooh, 54. Okay. I might round that up to 60 because that is a little bit annoying. As much as I hate using my... I might not have enough. No, I will. Okay. I hate using my hero swits, but for this video, I think I'm just gonna do it. So now I have level 60 Beto and Kazuha, I think, who is gonna be a major help for this. And then the last character that we've got is Dia. Beto is gonna probably act as our shielder. I don't think I have the capacity to create Beto as a DPS right now, obviously because she's only level 60. So I'm probably going to run Dia as her DPS, Jean can be for heals, Kazuha is obviously gonna do Kazuha things, and Beto is kinda just gonna be there and shield and do whatever she needs to do. So I think all of these characters have builds except for Beto. Did I build my Jean? Oh, I did not build my Jean. Okay, that's okay. We'll figure that out. Dia, do you have a build? Because Dia, I don't think is a build as a DPS right now. Okay, maybe I'm stand corrected. Serpent Spine. 4-piece emblem. Yeah, she's held on to 4-piece emblem for a while. Okay, that's fine. C0 talents? Okay, that's not bad at all. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave Dia just the way she is because I'm pretty happy with the way that one will turn out. Let's go to Jean. Pretty sure Jean right now is gonna solely be a healer. My healers, I don't really use healers because I'm a Zhongli tank god.
Stabilize.
I might just give her Viridescent, and if I have any Glad pieces, I can throw them on. This feather is kind of garbage. What is this? Okay. And, okay, I can appreciate that. It's not terrible. She's very support coded, which is good for this. Okay, there's Jean. And now let's take a look at you. So for you, I don't know how to use Beto at all. Emblem. That makes things really easy for me. Okay, yeah, because she relied, that makes sense, because she does the shield. Shield only comes with her burst, I guess. Zhongli, I think I might borrow this from you. And that is honestly much better than I thought it was going to be. Now let's talk about weapons. I might put the bell on her, as strange as that sounds. See, taking damage hello? Yeah, I think I'm going to put the bell on her because the HP works with the shield. 20k at level 60 is kind of nuts. Alright, let's go find something, of course, that's not the cryo reg is fine. I think we should go to the next best thing. Okay, I kind of lied. I switched bosses only because I'm starting to find breaking down the Corolla to be quite annoying. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh my god. Did you catch that? Oh my gosh. Okay then. That does not make me mad at all. Oh. Okay, that was our first team. I would say it was mediocre at best. If I put forth more effort into building Chongyun, I think he would definitely be a solid cryo character, especially for new players, guys. Don't miss out on this guy. He is super cool and definitely can be very powerful with that cryo infusion and all of that stuff. So now let's move on to our other team. Alright, now here we are to our second team. Dia is probably going to be our main DPS. I think I'm going to get Beto's shield. I don't know how long it lasts, but I'll have to figure that out. I can do Gene Burst, then I'll do Kazuha swirl with some Pyro that Dia does from her E, then I'll do Beto, and then I'll just start spamming Dia's Burst. So let's see what happens with this. Okay. Get in the... okay. Huh. That was something, but I'm not sure. So I guess... oh god. So that was that team. I don't know how to feel about that. Now, we could do what I guess ChatGPT says are the best teams to use given my characters. Let me look at this list again. Alright, let's start out with our Ayaka. I don't think I'll have to change much about her. Oh, okay, I forgot that that Chongyun took all of them. I was about to say, what happened? So, now that we've got our girly, let's also look at Mona. She is labeled as Hydro Application for Freeze plus Omen Damage buff. Now, when it comes to Mona, I have her built strictly as a support. She's got Thrilling Tales and a 4-piece instructor set. I know I said earlier that it gave me builds, but it literally only gave me a build for Kazuha, and it just said VV Shred. So, I'm torn between keeping her on instructor or switching her to Noblesse. I could put Diona on my Noblesse set and save Thrilling Tales to keep on Mona, which I think I might end up doing, because it doesn't specifically say that I need to have her be like a Hydro thing. Now for her Goblet, okay, she needs Hydro, that's fine. Let's look at what you're lacking. You're lacking some crit rate. Okay, I'm gonna find a Hydro Goblet with some crit rate on it for you. I think I'm gonna go against all odds and I'm gonna keep Thrilling Tales on her. Her ratio is still pretty good. It's decent, and I think that's very good for a Hydro Applicator like Mona, so I think I'm gonna keep it. Her Constellation, as you guys may or may not know, Mona is my standard character that I have the most constellations for. Among me and my friends, we just call it the Mona Curse, because I always get Mona. Now let's talk about Diona, who I think is level 60? Yes, she is. So she's in the same position as Beto. I'm pretty sure I said I was gonna slap my Noblesse on her. Yeah, I'm gonna slap some Noblesse on her. I think I'm just gonna take Bennett's artifacts and just slap them on her because it just seems right to me. Now when it comes to a bow, I think I'm just gonna put her on Favonius or Sacrificial. Why is my Sacrificial only level 60? I've been playing this game wrong my whole life. Okay, I mean it matches Diona, but still, that's terrible. Constellation, C6. 477. Okay, I don't mind that. That's not horrible. It's definitely not the worst thing we've seen today. Alright, we've got everybody's bursts, and through a little discovery, I've learned that Diona's shield does absolutely nothing, so I'm going to not rely on that at all. So I think we're just gonna go Diona first, swirl the cryo, do that, and then Mona. Okay, not do that. Jeez. Okay, let's do burst then. See what happens. Oh yeah. Okay. There's probably a million other ways I could have done that, but to be honest with you, that was not bad at all. I'm totally okay with that. She did 19k per tick with her burst, and she did some 8k charge attacks, I think, but I was not all the way standing inside of Kazuha's swirl. Oh. Okay, we're gonna ignore that. As I was saying though, I wasn't standing all the way in Kazuha's E because Fat Guy kept moving around a little bit, but I think that was alright. I got some big ticks while I was in there, and that's alright. So the Thrilling Tales bonus did apply to her because I did go to switch the character. Her attack was increased by 48%. I know I don't play a lot of freeze teams personally, I prefer melt myself, but I think for a good chill freeze team, if you want to use Shenhe instead of Diona, I think that would be great, or another Hydro Applicator, whatever you want to do really, but I'm overall pretty satisfied with that one. Okay, now for our final team, which has the great name Pyro Geo Melt Vape Hybrid, which involves Hu Tao, Yelan, Shenhe, and Zhongli. I don't get the chance to use my Hu Tao enough. I'm very proud of her build, and I never share it because I barely ever use her. She's got 71 over 240 deathmatch because I can't afford Staff of Homa. 4-piece Crimson, C1, and 898. So she's definitely very solid right now. I need to remember that I took away Uber Goblin because I gave it to Beto, so now he's got that back, which is great. And while I'm at it, before I forget, I'm also going to switch the other artifacts back to where they were so that when I don't go to use my Mona, I'm like, what is happening? Alright, now thankfully we don't have to do any more building because everybody in our party is built and at a whopping level 90, which is great. So if I'm reading correctly, Hu Tao's our main DPS, Shenhe support, Yelan is our sub DPS, and Zhongli is, quote, shield resistant shred comfort. If that wasn't Zhongli's middle name, I don't know what is. I just realized just now that throughout this whole time I've been using Shenhe, she's been holding on to Black Tassel, which is Zhongli's weapon, and Zhongli has had Favonius Lance, which is Shenhe's weapon. Oh, that sucks, because it's too late now, but let's Mountain King. Okay. In one cycle, we did definitely get his HP down almost to halfway, which is more than any of the other teams so far have done, but that also doesn't surprise me because my Hu Tao is definitely better built than any of the other characters that we've used so far. She did do a casual 80k with her burst, but I don't think that she was triggering an elemental reaction with that. If Shenhe's burst had been more inside of the fat guy, then I think we would have been hitting some better numbers with more elemental reactions. So I might actually try it one more time and see if we can get him to stop moving. Let's do this now. Oh, she did a vape that time. That was a vape. I saw it. She did vaporize. So her burst did about double the damage it did before. Alright, you guys, that is gonna wrap up today's video. I am pretty satisfied with the results, although I will say I'm actually surprised that the AI did not choose Bennett at all for any of the teams that we had today. I am, though, not surprised that it picked somebody like Mona. I'm pretty sure I predicted that it would say something like that. Those 8 random characters, though, I am very sure that I lucked out because it did not give me somebody like Dory or Xinyan or Noelle or whoever else I never used, or any of my level 1 characters like Kirara or like Kaveh or any of them, which is pretty good because I didn't give it any information beforehand and I didn't say anything like these characters are level 80, these characters are level 20, these are this and this. I never said anything like that. And so I therefore conclude that that was a very fun little experiment there. If you guys enjoy these experiment types of videos, that's great because I do have more coming along the way. Definitely reminds me of old times when I used to do experiments all the time. But yeah, that is pretty much all from me. I will see you guys next time. Bye!